Sabbath day, another day to magnify and glorify the name of the Most High, man, in these last days, right? Lord willing, your Sabbath been going mighty through the Spirit, right? Lord willing, you been make your call and election sure, right? By praying, fasting, studying, repenting, right? Hey, praying for one another, right? Forgiving one another in these last days, man, right? Exhorting one another in these last days, right? And showing the Most High, right, that you sincerely want to serve Him, man, right, by doing the works of the Most High and fulfilling His will, right, which is to keep the commandments, right. Give me the book of Acts chapter 17 and verse number 4.
Book of Acts chapter 17 and verse number 4. And some of them believed and consorted with Paul and Silas.
It's like 17 and 2.
Acts 17 and 2. And Paul, as his manner was, went in unto them in 3 7 days, reasoned with them out of the scriptures.
Yeah, what?
Reasoned with them out of the scriptures.
Right, so we moving in the spirit of our forefathers, like Paul. We reasoning out of the scriptures, right, on the Sabbath day. Go to 18 and 4.
Book of Acts chapter 18 and verse 4. And he reasoned in the synagogue every Sabbath, and persuaded the Jews and the Greeks.
All right, so we here to persuade those that know they Israelites, right? Know that they know what they have to do in these last days. They know that they have to walk in this walk, right? They have to fight the flesh, right? They have to endure temptations, right? And we here to convince and compel those that don't know they Israel, right? Those that's still kind of living in between the world and the truth, right? They start to learn who they actually are. Right, they have a spirit on them to want to learn more, right? To find the things that's pleasing in the eyes of the Most High, right? And that's what we come here today to do, man. Right? So we're gonna get straight into it. As you see in the title, right? We kind of switching it up today, right? It's live testimonies, dreams, and visions that brothers have, man. We'll kind of go into it, man. Right? Because these things can exhort people. It can have people have hope for the future. Right? They heard things that brothers went through in the past, and they can relate, and they can see that they're not alone in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Right? So we're gonna get straight into it. Give me the book of Psalms, chapter 77, and verse number 15.
Book of Psalms, chapter 77, and verse number 15. Sent out a sound.
Go to 18.
Verse 18. The voice of thy thunder was in the heaven, and the lightnings lightened the world.
That ain't what I want. Give me 66 and 16.
Book of Psalms, chapter 6 and verse 16. Come and hear, all ye that fear Yahweh, and I will declare what he has done for my soul.
Right, you gonna do what?
I will declare what he has done for my soul.
We gotta declare these things, man. Right? Because the Most High has done beautiful things for brothers. Right? Even in the world, when you was in the world, you didn't know that was the Most High doing His works, man. You didn't perceive it and understand it, but it was the Most High the whole time, man. He saved you from this situation, right? You know what I'm saying? You don't know why in your mind that you didn't go that way, but you didn't go that way, man. But it was the Most High, right? So you got to declare the works of the Most High, right? And we're gonna do that today. Give me the book of Joel chapter 2 and verse 28, because the Most High put the Spirit on men and women. Right, to have visions, have dreams, right, things they went through, right, and they got to confess these things. All right, bring it up.
Book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 22. Read it. It's like verse 28. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. And your sons and your daughters shall prophesy.
So you got young women and young men, they prophesied, man. Read on.
Your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions.
Right, so the old man and the young man, right? We seeing things, man. Right? And it's not until brothers come into the truth where you having these crazy out of body experiences, man. Right? You starting to see things, right? That's linking up with the scriptures, right? And you trying to find out what the hell's going on, right? What is the Most High trying to show me, right? Well, the Most High put that spirit on some people to see certain things, man. Right? To get certain visions, right? And of course you have to make sure it line up with the scriptures. You don't want to be a fool, because some dreams you can follow like a damn shadow, man. Right? All right? And it be vain. It's vanity, right? because all dreams don't link up with the truth, right? So you don't want to get overthrown, right? But if it link up with the scriptures, right, it might have a spiritual meaning, right? It might connect to something that you're dealing with in the spirit, right? It's all of the Most High, man. All right, let me get one more. Let's brother guys, we got a precept.
Yeah, I want you to bring it out. It's like the brother was saying, right? So not every dream, right, is of the Lord. You have to be circumspect and have discernment about that. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 34 and verse 1. It says, the hopes of man, void of understanding, are vain and false, and dreams lift up fools. Whoso regarded dreams is like him that catcheth the shadow and followeth after the wind. The vision of dreams is the resemblance of one thing and another, even like the likeness of a face to a face. Of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed, and from what thing is false, what truth can come. Let me see. It's I'm jumping down to verse 6. It says, if they be not sent from the Most High in thy visitation, set not thy heart upon them. Right? So, hey, things have to be sent from the Most High. Not every dream is to be regarded. Right? Because Jacob take that wrong with it. And now they going off and said, I seen this in a dream.
Yeah, I was the king of Israel.
Yeah. And now you're going and you lean unto your own understanding. Right? When these things go contrary to the scriptures. Right? So these things have to be aligned with the scriptures. They have to make sense, man. You gotta get counsel on dreams sometimes. Sometimes you have to go and confess these things and get to the bottom of it. Right? There you go.
Now give me Numbers 12 and verse number 6. Alright, yeah, you got some, they following dreams, man. Alright? They seen themselves with the brother. I don't know if brother seen that Barton episode when Barton had a dream. He kept dreaming that he was with Pam, man.
Yeah.
Right? He thought he was with Pam. Right? And somebody would have followed that. I gotta get Pam then.
Right.
Right? And the Lord showed me that's really my rib, man. She was my rib in the ancient days. Right? I need to get her back. That's madness, man. That's man, bring it out.
Book of Numbers, chapter 12 and verse 6. And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you,
If it be a what?
if it be a prophet among you, I, Yahweh, will make myself known unto him in a vision.
Right? So, hey, the Most High makes himself known to the men of the Lord. Right? In the scriptures, hey, you know what I'm saying? They knew who the true men were because they spoke thus said the Lord. They didn't speak their own vain words, man. In the book of Jeremiah, 28th chapter, Jeremiah told them, it was Hananiah and Jeremiah. Right? Hananiah was a false prophet, man. Right? So he said the prophet who speaks something that actually comes to pass, you'll know that the Most High truly sent them, man. Right? So it has to link up with the scriptures. It's not linking up with the scriptures. I mean, we're not really gonna follow that. We ain't really with that. Bring it up.
So I, Yahweh, will make myself known unto him in a vision and will speak unto him in a dream.
Right? So the Most High speaks to brothers in dreams, man. Right? Now some brothers you might not be able to perceive it. You asking brothers, what you think this is going into? Right? You got any precepts to kind of back that up or kind of, help me understand what this is going into? Because brothers do be having some crazy prophetic dreams, man, that some brothers probably can't even really break down, man. We used to have a brother that was an elder. I mean, he had some crazy dreams, man. I mean, just wow. And he actually had a dream where it actually came to pass. Literally, it actually happened. Right? So we know that was actually a dream from the Most High, man. Right? It actually came to pass exactly what he dreamed. Right? So the Most High puts his spirit on certain men and women, right, to get visions and dreams, right? On what's to come, right? Or how to deal with certain situations, right? X, Y, and Z. Right? I wanted to get the other precept when you glorify the Lord.
I wanted to make a point on that too. And in that dream that he had, brothers actually saw it come to pass. So,
Yeah.
in the eye of 2 or 3 witnesses,
Yeah.
so brothers understood that.
All right. And hey, if he never confessed it, he never told brothers, we mean how we would have really known if he really dreamed it or not. But the brother told us and it actually came to pass. Like I did like a couple months later.
Yeah.
All right, what you got it?
God, this book is Sirach, chapter 43, verse 30. It says, when ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can.
Do what?
Exalt him as much as ye can.
Through these dreams and through these testimonies and these visions, that's us glorifying and magnifying the name of the Most High, man. And his wonderful works that he does, right, through man, right, we don't?
For even, yet will he far exceed. And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength.
Do what?
Put forth all your strength.
Huh?
And be not weary, for ye can never go far enough.
Right, and you can never go far enough. The Lord said he gonna farther exceed whatever you bring up. right? I can do way much more greater works than what you seen, right? I can do way more, right? But when you bring it out, hey, put forth all your strength, man. And be not weary, right? So we finna, we finna get into it, right? I kick it off, right? You know what I'm saying? Quick testimony, like how brothers came into the truth, man, right? You know what I'm saying? I went to the church, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody went to church with their granny, X, Y, and Z, right? But I never really believed in the Bible, man, right? But as growing up in high school or whatever, I had these brothers, you know what I'm saying? I called them my brothers, right? I always hung out with them. They kind of always knew about the truth, right? They had this flickering light. Because I wouldn't say they was fully in the truth, right? But they had that flickering light where, you know what I'm saying, they exposing that light to me. But they wasn't all the way in it. They in and out the world. Right. So I was with a brother, right? I say his name. The brother's name was Mikey, right? And his people kind of was fully getting into the truth. And he invited me over one day, right? And I thought we was just, drinking, smoking, J stuff, man. But they was quote unquote keeping a feast day, man. Can't remember what feast day it was. I believe they were trying to keep tabernacles, but now being in the truth, they wasn't really keeping it like it was supposed to be, right? But I went over there, right, and they was breaking it down, right? They was, they was going into the scriptures. They was going wiring out the other, right? I'm trying to smoke, do X, Y, do folly, right? And he showed me this video. The video was called. They was talking about a video and I wrote it down, right? What was the video called? I think it was called. I think it was called White. It was called White It Out. Right. So we went to the basement, right? After everything was over and watched the video, I was kind of getting into it, X, Y, and Z, right? Then I went back to my granny crib I was staying at. This was like in 2020. Yeah, 2020. Right? Went into the basement, started watching the videos, and it was like. From there, I'm like, this is the truth, man. You can't get around it. This is the truth, right? And I missed something too, because I said I've always been around the truth, right? And how the Most High works, man, right? I was also living with one of my other brothers. I moved out of my crib, my mama's crib at 18, and moved in with him. And his pops was quote unquote in the truth. He called himself Hebrew Manny, man, and said shalom, right? You talking to him on the phone. He always ended with shalom. I didn't know what it meant, right? But brothers, it was kind of like the Most High was already, getting you prepared, right? Then when I was around them brothers, they made me stop eating pork. They kind of always used to get on me about eating the pork. I'm like, damn, so I stopped eating the pork, right? The Most High kind of already preparing you like John did in the wilderness, man. Right. How he prepared the way for Yahushua. He kind of was getting them ready, showing them how to baptize. Right? Showing them how to repent for their sins. It was kind of like the Most High was already kind of getting me ready for it, man. Right? So when I came into the truth, he's just going to instantly get in this thing, man. Right? His mind is going to be clear. Right? And I perceive that's what the Most High was doing. You don't really know, right? But that's kind of how the Most High was conditioning me. Then, hey, once I got that video, it was kind of on from there. Yeah, you still kind of in and out the world, right? You know what I'm saying? You going here, you going there, hitting these clubs, right? But I came in at a time where, hey, I didn't really know what the next move was, right? I came back from Atlanta. I was staying in Atlanta trying to be everybody trying to be a damn rap star in Atlanta, man. I was down in Atlanta. The pestilence hit, C-19, right? Then I moved back to St. Louis, right, trying to figure it out, man. Then I found the truth. All praise to the Most High, right? And we in this thing, man. Lord willing, we continue to endure. Right, but that's just a quick testimony on how I came in the truth, right? It's many more, in between the learning the truth and actually coming in it, it was a bunch of ups and downs, forsaken friends, seeing things that, really I was really going down a bad path in between learning the truth and actually coming in the truth, right? Because brothers was getting money, damn stimulus checks and unemployment, man. Freaking the hell off. Just being a damn Jake, man. Just spending the money, living a damn, being that prodigal child, man.
Right.
Literally being that prodigal child is going to spend all the money, riotous living, right? And then you come back to the Most High, man, and he greets you with open arms, right? And I had to fully seek the Most High out and notice that, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing in this world, man, right? And then I came, hey, now I'm in the truth, all praise to the Most High. Really bad.
Come on, let me get this. I'll read this quick precept in 1 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 13. It says, "Who was before a blasphemer, a persecutor, and injurious, but I obtained mercy because I did it ignorantly in unbelief." Right? Hey, I didn't believe in the Bible at all before I came to the truth, man. Right? Hey, didn't hold to, the Most High God. Right? Didn't hold to His Son, Yahushua. I didn't believe in any of these things.
I want to make a quick point, because going back to when I was in high school with the brother Mikey, I seen the brother reading the scriptures. And something in my spirit was like, damn, that brother on it. Let me see if I can get in there too. Right? So I went on my phone. I was in first period, right? The first class in the morning. Damn, downloaded the Bible app, went to Genesis, read like 5 verses. I probably read like 8 verses. I'm like, I don't get this shit. Deleted the app, closed the phone, man. Probably turned on some damn music, right? And I mean, it wasn't my time yet. It wasn't my time yet, but it was like the Most High was, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Get me there, because like I said, they had that flickering light, right? They, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't really fully in this thing, so you know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. I kind of get one more point too. And then I was working at this gig. It's a brother named Obadiah. He's in General Assembly, right? The brother was fully in the truth, right? At that gig, we was going to hell off. The brother kind of always was standoffish, right? He had the fringes on, didn't know what that was about, didn't even ask through ignorance, right? But the brother kind of always just tell us, hey man, you need to do X, Y, and Z. It was going one and out the other. I didn't really give a damn. Until it came back full circle, because my cousin in the truth, right? I hit the brother up, and I went on his Instagram, and I seen the brother that I used to work with in his picture. So I'm like, man, this is crazy. Then I went to his school and I seen the brother and we talked, and he said, see that? See what I was talking about now? Alright? And I was like, damn, yeah, he was right. All praises. Alright, see that?
Come on. Hey, so like when I was bringing out, before, some brothers didn't believe in this thing, man. And I was chiefly one of them, man. A blasphemer. Right? But I did these things ignorantly and in unbelief. Right, so my first time hearing about the truth was actually through my pops. He was upstairs kind of just watching a video, man. I just kind of overheard. I was at the table, I think I was at the kitchen table. And I'm just kind of overhearing it like, damn, it's like they getting it in. I didn't really know what too much was going on, but it was the UPK, man. Right, they was out there blazing on probably some heathens, right? And I'm just listening to it, man, it caught my ear. So after a minute of sitting up there, I kind of go over to him, I'm like, man, what you watching? He tell me what it is, and I go downstairs and, I look it up. And I was binge watching YouTube videos for, I don't know how long, man. Right? So really, it was a quick transition for me. It was nothing that I had to kind of keep hearing. It was just that one time, and I overheard the truth. Kind of how they was breaking it down. It was going in what Christ looked like, who the real people of the Bible are, and it just resonated with my spirit. Right, it wasn't I don't know, or, it didn't have no second guessing about it. When I heard it, Right, so I want to get this quick precept in the book of John, chapter 10 and verse number 27. All right, it's the book of John, chapter 10 and verse number 27. It says, "My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me." Right, it was just that simple, man. Right, it wasn't a stronghold that I had to tear down. I wasn't following any other wicked idolatrous religion, man. Right, and of course we was in idolatry by being in the world. Everything's idolatry. But I didn't have any strongholds to tear down. So my transition coming into the knowledge of the truth, it was fairly easy, man. Right, it wasn't nothing that I had to war with. Right, the heathens can't be saved. I kind of believed that to begin with anyway. Right, my spirit always resonated with being around our people, never cleave to the other nations. Right. So we can get another good precept in the book of John chapter 15 and verse number 16.
Say John 15.
Yeah, John 15 and 16. It says, "Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that ye should go forth and bring forth fruit, that your fruit should remain, and that whatsoever ye shall ask of my Father in my name, he may give it to you. Right? Hey, so the Lord has ordained us to come into this thing. Like the brother said, hey, it's not some people's time. Right? I had a brother, hey, I talked with him for 3 years coming into this truth. He battling with me every day about this truth. But guess what? Hey, one day he just woke up. I don't even think we talked about the scripture in months. He just kind of woke up, hit me up, and was like, hey, I think I'm an Israelite. So sometimes it's all about planting that seed, and whenever the Lord decides to wake him up, they'll wake him up. And likewise for a lot of people that came into this truth. Right, but I yield with that.
I kind of want to let me back off of that thing. Go to Habakkuk 2 and verse 3. This is actually one of my favorite precepts, man, because you can look at it on a couple folds.
It's the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, and verse number 3. Why doest thou show, Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
And that kind of tie into what the class is about. All this stuff is about a vision. The Lord kind of, forewarns his people. Whether he comes to you in a dream, whether sometimes you just have an epiphany. The Lord can put a spirit on somebody to where they come as a angel, which is simply just a messenger. Right. It's not babies in diapers like the world like to tell us. Hey, anybody can be an angel, and kind of just tell you these things, so it kind of resonate with you. Like the brothers were saying, that somebody may tell you something, and it ain't for you to wake up right then, and then the next day you got fringes on, the next day you're not eating pork, the next day you're keeping the Sabbath. It may take some time. You got a point?
I don't know if I got the top right now.
Go on. You go after me.
It says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it. Because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
The Lord said that everything that he tell you is going to come to pass. It's not that somebody tell you something and you may not agree with it. That doesn't make the truth a lie just because you don't believe it. And sometimes it's just for an appointed time. Give me John 15:19.
It's the book of John, chapter 15 and verse number 19. And it reads, if ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world.
What did the Lord say?
I have chosen you out of the world.
So it's not even up to you. It's all up to the Lord. He do things kind of on his time. I bring out Ecclesiastes 3 all the time because it's one of my favorite chapters going into. It's a time for every season, for everything that happens in the world. Go ahead.
Therefore, the world hated you.
And what?
The world hated you.
Right.
Remember, the world that I said unto you.
It's like it. That was in the word. But he said that the world start to hate you, and kind of to tie up what I'm talking about, go into Ezekiel 24 and 16.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 34. 24 and verse number 16. And it reads, Son of man, behold, I take away from thee the desire of thine eyes.
So the Lord may take away the desires of your eyes. Like Brother Amatazi was saying that, he may went to a kickback, quote unquote, keeping the feast day, but he had lustly desires on his mind. He had fleshly things on his mind. Brother wanted to drink, wanted to smoke, maybe wanted to listen to some music. And brothers be rappers in the world. They probably was going to put on a damn concert together. You never know who, what talents the Lord got upon people and how spirits affect these talents. Go ahead.
With a stroke, yet neither shall they mourn nor weep, neither shall thy tears run down.
Yeah, go back to that part about the stroke again.
Son of man, behold, I take away from thee the desire of thy eyes with a stroke.
And the Lord will take these things away with a stroke. With a quick swipe, he just take these away from you. Go ahead.
Yet neither shall thou mourn nor weep.
And don't cry about these things. Don't get mad. Next thing you know, you like Trey off of Boys in the Hood. You just swinging at the air, man. Go ahead.
Neither shall thou mourn nor weep, neither shall thy tears run down. Forbear to cry. Make no mourning for the dead.
Do what?
Make no mourning for the dead.
Right.
Bind the tire of thine head upon thee, and put on thy shoes, upon thy feet, and cover not thy lips, and eat not the bread of men.
And I kind of tie that in with Christ when he said that, when you be at peace to a place and they don't accept it, And you just gotta kind of dust wipe the dust off your feet, man, and take your peace with you when you leave. So my testimony here is kind of going into one of the deepest, hardest things about the truth, and that's turning your back on your quote unquote friends, quote unquote family, co-workers, people you may have kicked it with in the world. That it's like, hey, you gotta leave these people behind, man. Because sometimes it is for them to come in at a later time, but sometimes it ain't meant for them to come at all. And you can't force that. Your arms are not long enough to even box with the Most High. And sometimes you just gotta step away from these people. And that thing kind of hurt, man. Having your parents go against you, your brothers, all the people you've been kicking with in the world. I spent years of playing video games, with brothers I've met from all over the world. I've had people that I hung out with, in different various activities, whether it was car clubs, sporting events and stuff that we was part of. And these people, they kind of tend to look at you. Once you start keeping the feast days, you ain't going to the Christmas parties. It's like, hey, people get mad at you. Because you're like, they comment all on your posts, hey, you didn't wish me a happy birthday. They send you text messages, get mad at you. Now when they do see you, they acting all weird, man. You got a point?
God, I wanted to get a quick precept on, just not being people's time yet, right? Because we just out here planting the seed, right? This 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse number 5. It said, I'm gonna start at verse 6. I have planted, Apollos have watered, but Yahweh gave the increase, right? So then neither is it he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but Yahweh that giveth the increase. So we got to understand, hey, that this is not of our doing that we woke up. It's not of anything that we have done, but it's of the Lord. And that's why the seed must be planted throughout the four corners of the earth. Right?
I want to get this two quick points real quick. I'm gonna just get one precept, right? But everybody, when you first came, not when you first came to the truth, when you was in the world, you always felt like something was different about you, right? But as I always say, you always felt like people ain't really truly understand you, man, on why you looked at certain things, how you looked at it, right? You just kind of had a different spirit than your friend group. Why is that? It's because your spirit was always searching for the Most High, man. You was always looking for this truth, man. You just couldn't find it, right? Some people was dibbling and dabbling in conspiracy theories and trying to deal with spirituality, X, Y, and Z, trying to find a way. The whole time you was really looking for the Most High, man. You was looking for the Lord. Give me the book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 1. Songs of Solomon, 3 and 1.
Okay. Book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 1. By night on my bed I sought him, whom my soul loved. I sought him, but I found him not.
On your bed, you was kind of trying to search for the Lord, man. Your mind, you know what I'm saying, you thinking about, it's more than, it gotta be more than life, man. Right? What's the truth? Right? Brothers might ask themselves that in the world, man, what's the truth, man? Right? I know it gets deeper than this. I know it's more than this to life. We don't.
I will rise now and go about the city in the streets, and in the broad ways I will seek him whom my soul loved.
That's you in the world. You was going here, you was going there. Right? You was dealing with this doctrine, you was dealing with this philosophy, this understanding. You was trying to find the Lord. You was searching, right? Now you might have not perceived it, right? But through the Spirit, hey, that's what you was doing, man.
Right.
And we don't.
I sought him, but I found him not.
You still ain't found him. You still ain't. It's just not sitting right with you yet. Right? You being in damn Islam, it wasn't sitting right for you. Right? You being in Christianity, Christian church is not sitting right. We don't. Kimmy. Right?
Egyptology, following the Moors.
Yeah, Moors. Right? Astrology. Right? All that wasn't sitting right with you.
Right.
Even you could have been in the game, man. People try to find themselves joining the game. Maybe I'm just some. Yeah, maybe I'm just some tough guy. I'm just a thug out here, man. Right? I'm gonna run these streets. Right? I'm gonna be self-proclaimed the plug, man. Yeah. Right? You trying to find yourself, right? We don't.
It's like, and then there's one more major one, the damn Greeks.
Yeah, the Greek spirit.
Fraternities.
Yeah, we seen that a lot last night. You know.
And the watchmen, they go about the city, found me, to whom I said, saw ye him whom my soul loved.
That's spiritual, man. Cause you might have heard, hey, you started hearing and seeing the truth, man. I think it was the brother Get a Lie. He said he seen the brothers out there teaching when he was in DC. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't really know, right? You didn't even know that was the prophets out there the whole time, right? You went right past them, right? A lot of people did that. There be a lot of people when we teach it, they stay in the buildings, right? They've been in there for years, right? Right above us, right? They say they heard us, but they never came past.
Right.
Until they come past and be like, damn, so this what y'all was talking about whole time?
I hear y'all every week.
Right? I heard y'all every week. So this what y'all was going into? Dang, that's crazy. I ain't never know that. Right? I mean, because it's all of the Most High. It's all the timing of the Most High, man. Right? That's how you know the Most High, He does everything in season. It might have just not been your time at that moment, right, to hear the truth. Right?
And just like we had the sister a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
That came by and she was like, once we got done breaking it down, she was there for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was like, this is everything I've been praying
See
about.
that? See that? Right, you know?
God. Verse 4 said, it was but a little that I passed from
It
them.
was just a little that I passed from the watchman. Right? Not talking about the camp, but the men that's in the truth, man. It was just a little that I passed from them. And what happened?
But I found him whom my soul
It
loved.
was just a little. Then I found whom my soul loved it. Right? Because they was bringing it out. Right? There's many folds you can go in onto that. It could be you actually going out to the men of the streets and on the highways and byways, or you watching the videos of X, Y, and Z, and right after that it hit you like, damn, this gotta be the truth, man. This gotta be what I've been searching for my whole life, man.
That's right.
Right? And it just sucked with you. Right? It just something just hit. Everybody know that feeling when you first heard the truth.
Yeah.
It's just something different, man.
Yeah.
It's like, dang, just like Russ said, you get addicted. You just binge watching all the videos, man. I just went straight downstairs. I don't want to talk. All right, I'm just watching the videos. All right, camp video after camp video after camp video, man. Right, finding this camp. Damn, what these brothers breaking it down different than these brothers. Right, I mean it's so much, man. Right, you learning so much, it's just hitting you. Then you get to write you start to write the notes down. Right? You go and order your pocket for your body. And you start getting in this thing, man. Right? You found him who your soul loved. Because the Lord said, hey, the sheep hear my voice, man. They follow me.
Right.
Right? That's what other brothers did in the, the Matthew chapter 4, man. Right? They straightway left their nets, man. Right? And followed the Lord. Right? Just straightway, just left it. We did a lesson on that. You got to drop everything and follow the Lord, man. Right? Finish that up.
Said, I held him and would not let him go.
Hey, you hold on to this truth. I can't let this go, man. Alright? But look, you can't hold two. I mean you can. You can't hold as many people at once, man. Your arms ain't long enough to hold everybody. So some people gotta let go.
Right.
So you gotta let go friends. Alright, you might have to let go some family.
Right.
You have to let go certain things you used to do, right? And cleave onto the Lord, man. Right? And he said, hey, I will not let him go. Holding him tight, you know?
So I held him and would not let him go until I had brought him into my mother's house and into the chamber of her that conceived me.
Right? Hey, and now you fully in this thing, man. Right? Because, hey, you always been searching for it, and the Most High finally revealed it onto you, man. Right? You fully come in this thing. I knew you wanted to bring something out.
Oh yeah, like Lot's wife. You know, he had to, you know, she wasn't prepared to keep going forward. But what I want to bring out, just basically this with the brother, the vision that I had, you know, it was me and the girl. We was in his bed, and I'm making all the noise in the world. I'm doing all the cartoon with the hammer and you know just making all the noise in the world. You just like it's a vision, so you can kind of be creative with these visions. So I'm allowing trains to come through the room and you know what I'm saying, boat horns and truck horns to come. You know what I'm saying, but she wouldn't get up, and so they just kind of just it wasn't time to wake up because when the alarm clock woke up, the alarm clock was loud. I heard it, and I'm looking over and see why she didn't hear it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I got a quick dream, man. Right? Somebody give me the book of 2 Maccabees 15:16 real quick. Alright? Real quick. But can get in there too. Anytime.
Second Maccabees chapter 15 and verse number 16. Take this, the holy sword, a gift from
I
God.
said, hey, take this holy sword, a gift from God. Right? These scriptures, give me Hebrews 1:12 also, finish it up.
Said, take this holy sword, a gift from Yahweh, with the which thou shalt wound the adversary.
Finish up what?
Thou shalt wound the
We
adversary.
was enemies of the Most High in the world, man. We were the adversaries of the Most High, right? We told people, yeah, we don't really believe in that Bible. I don't think God really real, right? People said that you was an adversary of the Lord, man, right? But the Lord said you gotta take this holy sword, right, and wound the adversary. You gotta cut, man, right? You gotta cut these people up with this word, right? Bring it out real quick in Hebrews.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 4, and verse 12. For the word of God is quick and short. It's short and powerful. It's sharper than any two-edged sword.
It's sharper than any two-edged sword, man. It cuts you, right, when these words come out. You know?
Piercing, even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intent of the heart.
Right, so hey, the word will cut you, man. Right? So getting into this dream, I wanted to bring it out first, right? So first coming into the truth, like we were saying earlier, you binge watching all the camp videos. Then I came across the cold cuts and was watching just nothing but breakdowns. Right? Just getting into the, I ain't gonna watch really camp videos, but I wanted to get into the breakdown, and that's when you start learning more, right? Because you know it's a different setting between street teaching and then actually sit down lessons.
Right.
So I wanted to learn the sit down lessons. I was getting notes, notebooks, right? And mainly on the Cold Cut channel, you know, brothers be on there, but it was mainly the brother Naquam and the brother Araya, man, right? Watching their videos, right? Getting into it, right? And I had this dream. I can't remember when the dream was. I say it was like probably like 6 months after learning the truth, something like that. It was still when we was going down the Delmar Loop, so it had to be like towards the beginning. And I was in like this building, man, right? It's kind of like a little dark building, kind of, right? And I was getting chased. Man. I'm talking about like they was on me, on my bumper, right? And the whole time it was the brothers that I was watching on Cold Cuts. They was on me, right? And I got caught up by the brother Naquam, and he was slicing me, man. Like actually slicing me, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, thrusting me through, man. And then the brother Ryan came out of nowhere and finished me, right? With the sword, with the dagger, man. And I woke up and I'm like, what the hell is going on, man? Where was that going into, right? Brother's trying to kill me. I was kind of like thinking, like, man, should I even be watching these brothers, man? They want to kill me or something, right? The whole time I think about it, hey, these are the brothers I've been watching that's been cutting my old man up. Been killing that old man, thrusting him through, man. I mean, you gotta die daily, right? You gotta kill that old man, right? And them brothers was taking that holy sword and wounding that adversary, man, that old man, and sliced him up through the spirit, man, right? So that was one dream when I had like kind of in between fully coming into the truth, man. And I always think about that, like, hey, you gotta really slice people up. And then right after that, like, this was like, I said like a year later after that. Right, now I'm in the truth, you know what I'm saying? We on the highways, byways, we teaching. And I can't remember how the dream started, but I had the sword in my hand. I had the dagger in my hand. And there was a bunch of sheep that's in the streets, and I'm slicing their throats, right? But after I sliced their throats, somebody was saying that, thank you, you freed me, right? Thank you, right? Because you got to free the people out of the prison, man. They souls. But then you got some people that was bugging up. Why would you do that? Right? Why would you do that? Right? They kept saying that. Why would you do that? Right? Why? You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, then it kind of ended. Then I went to some car. I can't remember. It was one brother. I can't remember the brother that was in there. But he gave me a precept. I'm still mad to this day. I can't remember the precept that he brought out. But he brought out a precept, and then the dream ended. I just perceived that, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I got cut up. And then, hey, came into the truth, and then, hey, you gotta free the souls, man. All right? Give me Proverbs 11 and 30. You gotta, and give me the book of Isaiah chapter 61. You gotta free those in prison, man. We in prison right now in these fleshly bodies, man, that go to hell off. Right? We need to be free. Right? We need your house shot. We need these words. Right, bring it up.
Proverbs 11:30, the fruit of the righteous is a tree of life. And he that winneth souls,
And he that what?
and he that winneth souls is wise.
Right? And you gotta win souls out there. And winning the souls, it ain't always easy, man. Right? You gotta slice and cut doctrines down. Right? People might be bucked up and rowdy and loud. You gotta know how to deal with them, then they might calm down. They might humble down, and then the word can have its free course, man.
Right.
Right? But you gotta know how to sling the sword, man. Right? You gotta know when to cut. Right? You gotta know when you kind of gotta have you gotta have your hand on your dagger. Are you ready? But you ain't gotta pull it out yet. Right? You just ready because you see that spirit on them. Or then it might calm down. Then you know what I'm saying, you ease up. You gotta ease up through the spirit. Now you like, okay, yeah, we can actually have a conversation through the spirit. I ain't gotta cut you up. I ain't gotta dagger you up. It's all how you do it. Because you gotta win the soul over. All right, bring it out.
God, this book Isaiah chapter 61 verse 1. The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach the gospel.
Right, and the Most High rose brothers up to preach this gospel, man. Right, to bring out the words of the Most High, you know.
Preach good tidings unto the meek. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the
We
captives.
are here to proclaim liberty to the captives, man. Right, because we weak in these bodies, man. Right, our spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. That's Matthew 26:41, man. Right, so we need these words. We need we need to die daily, like Paul said, man. You have to die daily. You have to constantly, and it's not talking about it's like them damn movies where they die every damn day and they come back alive. No, that's not talking about that, because you might not come back. Right? So we had the Most High. You said what?
And respond.
Yeah, ain't no responding. Right? Going to gulag and you come back. All right? It's talking about killing that old man daily. Right? You have to die daily, man. Right? And you get into these scriptures and you cut yourself. Right? You damn near suicidal to the spirit, man. Right? With the scriptures. Right? Because brothers, you want to cut yourself up, man.
Yeah.
Right? So you know and you change. Be like, damn, man, I can't keep doing this, man. Right? And then you get right. Alright, so it was a quick dream two dreams I wanted to go into. Alright, that I meditate on.
I just want to get up in there. My little testimony. I'm making it short. Now I was gonna say that. Like I was on the phone when we was on the phone a couple of months ago, and I was saying that brothers got jobs and you know what I'm saying, driving trucks and all that. I ain't never think about that when I was your age.
See that? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't think about kids. I mean, I ain't think about having kids. I ain't think about having no righteous. I didn't even want a righteous woman. Because my mind frame was all them HOEs. From the ones that actually selling it to the ones that ain't.
They get right away.
You know what I'm saying? Because, and it was just a off mentality, you know what I'm saying? So, brothers know, you know, I lost my leg, and that literally was the best thing that ever happened to me. Literally was the best thing that ever happened to me, you know what I'm saying? So to make a long story short, you know, even after losing it, you know what I'm saying, I went through, it took me 15 years to get around to her. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a mind frame, and all praise to the Most High, that I never really, I'm like a spiritual fornication virgin. Because all that shit was goofy to me.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? The people with the fake Egyptians, that's not of our people.
Yeah.
Christianity. A quick side note. I grew up in a church down the street. I never took Christianity seriously. And you know, that's Pentecostal. You know what I'm saying? They're kind of deep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With what they believe. You know, women in dresses, you know what I'm saying? I never really took it seriously because one of my uncles, I had two uncles, they were both best friends. But come to find out later on in my life, after I got grown, that's how different it is now. They were straight cross-dressers. They used to be on the east side. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And one of them, my particular uncle on my mama's side, Uncle Clarence, he's the first person that I ever knew that died of AIDS. So we was at church one day, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't know much because I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? And I'm finding out that he finna get married. I didn't even know he was gay. I just knew he was weird, you know what I'm saying? So he left his wife at the altar. But I remember him doing the Holy Ghost, his little Holy Ghost dance and all that. And it just was goofy to me. So me and my little brother, we always used to secretly torture him. Like, you know, it's little pins that my grandma, she used to sew, she used to do upholstery. She used to make little outfits and everything. She used to have these pins, the pins with the bars on them. We used to have like the type of carpet that go like up in the, she had about like this industrial type carpet.
Oh man, I know y'all.
We used to stick them mugs up in the damn carpet and have, you know what I'm saying, when we see him coming, so them mugs get stuck up in his foot. Now that I'm thinking about it, it was dangerous because he died of AIDS. You know what I'm saying? And we playing with pins and the man's blood and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that was just a side note. But anyway, after I lost my leg or whatever, you know what I'm saying, I had a vision before it even got cut off, because they tried to keep it. I was in the hospital for like 3 months. I was in a coma, and when I woke up, I had a vision, you know what I'm saying, that they gonna have to cut this motherfucker out. Because first of all, the doctor coming every day for 3 months, unwrapping it, that hurt. Probing, sticking his finger in the side of it, that hurt. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing everything, pulling stuff up out of me. I done bribed my mama, like, take me home, man. Gave her some money. She ain't taking me home. Give my money back. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't like I got the money. I gotta go to I'm under restraint, like, because I got shot up. So a certain amount of people can come. So I literally got to ask the security guard from my cash, you know what I'm saying, and do all this stuff. So, you know what I'm saying, make a long story short, I woke up one day, and I'm like, they gonna have to take this mug off. You know what I'm saying? My mama, she came to me, she was like, they wanted to pull the plug, but they wanted to try this because they was trying to keep it the whole time. But it was killing me, you know what I'm saying? I had lungs collapse. I was on a feeding tube. I had to do speech therapy and everything because I had a trach in my neck. I had the bag, a tube for medicine, a tube for food. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't eat through my mouth for 2 years after this shit happened. But they ended up, she said she didn't want to have them cut it off without me knowing anything about it. So I'm like, yeah, cut that mug off. You know what I'm saying? You got to think somebody, the type of torture somebody in mentally to tell a motherfucker, hey, cut that mug off. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm 23 years old. So, basically, they cut it off. A week later, I was up out of there. You know what I'm saying? So, fast forward, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ain't never dealt with no type of spirituality stuff. I just believed in God. The Christianity, that was goofy. I had bought a Hidden Colors 1 and 2. That mug ended up missing, so I wasn't able to get into that. You know what I'm saying? What else happened? So, to make a long story short, I'm going through life, you know what I'm saying? My mind frame is, if you scared, go to church. So now I'm in shootouts. I'm talking about on the walk. I'm getting out the car. Now, this before I was on the walker. I'm in high speeds, shootouts, you know what I'm saying? Got a rope. I gotta get in the car with a rope to tie to my passenger door. Pull up on my wheelchair, slide in, pull my wheelchair in, put the rope on the damn handle of the door, gotta close the door like that to get in and ride. High speed from the police. Shootouts with my partners now, you know what I'm saying? All type of stuff. Cause my mind frame is, hey, you know what I'm saying? Brothers, I'm gonna say brothers did this to me. Hey, I want something to happen worse than that to them, or the same thing. That was my mind frame. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't never, so basically this is the best thing that ever happened to me. I ended up listening to General from AOI. Sure. Yeah. I had to listen to something like that because they was more kind of like gritty. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't soft. You know what I'm saying? Before I even heard WFI, I had to hear something like that. But now, I went through everything that I went through. You know what I'm saying? And one day, it was during the day. I woke up, you know what I'm saying, in the morning, and it was one of them dreams you was talking about where you ain't woke, but you woke, and I did that like 3-4 times. And I think that literally was the dream that woke me up. You know what I'm saying? I knew I was dreaming the whole time because I was in a childhood house that we lived in Walnut Park. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? All praise to the Most High. I heard, you know what I'm saying? I had a couple precepts, something simple. You know what I'm saying? I got Romans 8:28. You don't mind bringing it out.
Romans chapter 8 and verse number 28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I can't, look, I done lost folks, just going through it, you know what I'm saying? I done had people in my life that looked at this like it happened to them. Like, I know, like, this is a hard thing to go through. It's nothing to me, though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I needed something to get me on the right track. And even though I might be a certain percentage off, I believe that it was just enough to get me to turn my feet towards the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And this scripture right here, I always, you know what I'm saying, I always deal with this scripture. Matthew 5:29. Matter of fact, 30. You know what I'm saying? I love this scripture because I'm like a physical manifestation of it.
Let me get it in Matthew 18:8. Because it says a little bit better.
Matthew 18 and verse number 8. Wherefore, if thy hand or thy foot offend thee, cut them off, and cast them from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life halt or maimed, rather than having 2 hands or 2 feet to be cast into everlasting fire.
All praise to the Most High.
Hey, brothers got testimonies, man. Right? I wanted to hop into a dream that I had as well, because these things can also be correction, right? To let you know that you're doing something wrong. Everything you have to take a lesson from, right? There's a way to improve in everything that the Lord gives you. Everything isn't for naught, right? When the Lord does something, He expects you to learn and improve from it, right? So if you give me the book of Genesis chapter 39 and verse number 7, and if you give me the book of Shabbat chapter 21 and verse number 2, right? So recently back, like when I first came into NWFI, man, I did have a rib when I first came into the truth, and you know, through the process, you know, she got weeded out, right? It is what it is, right? But after a short time of me being separated from my rib, man, I started having dreams, man. And it was the very first dream I had. I don't dream a lot, right? I probably get like 2-3 dreams a year. At all. I ain't had none. People used to say I had dreams. I was like, I never had dreams, right? So I had this one dream, man. It had just started. It was me and some Eve. We was in a car, right? And we was riding down, I believe going to her house, man, right? And in the midst of this car ride, she was saying like little slick things that was, you know, seducing, right? And I would kind of be like, huh? And then really not get heed to it. She's like, no, it was nothing. You know what I mean? But these things kind of kept happening through this ride. The ride was like 40 minutes. You know, 40 minutes into the middle of nowhere, right?
Almost an hour to 10.
Yeah, man.
See that?
And it's like, and I ask every time, huh? Oh, nothing. They try to play it off, man. Right? So eventually, you know, we get to the house, man. And, you know, we end up watching TV. You know, somehow we get into the bedroom watching TV, right? And as things progressively go on, you know, again, this is me, I think being what, just 3-4 months in? I think me being here.
Yeah, it was
And she was like, she tried to make a move, and I was like, hold on. I believe that sex is marriage. You gotta kind of slow down, right? So having these things in the dream happen, it was me waking up and thinking about, those things are kind of weird, and that's why I'm getting at Genesis 39. But right, so some things end up happening a little bit further. And she tried to go, try to press the issue about it, right? Try to force herself upon me, right? I had to kind of thrust her off, man, right? And I get up and I sprint out the house, man, right? And I look back. I did what you're not supposed to do. Look back. You're not supposed to look back, man, right? Don't be like Lot's wife. So I look back, and when I look back, I don't know if y'all know the houses with the little side windows on the door, real small.
Yeah.
But she had the blinds, man, and she like pulled the blinds down to her, like, and pushed her face up against the window. And it wasn't the same person that I was just with. It looked like a straight demon. Right, I told brothers account. Yeah. It looked like a straight demon. And when I tell you, I was so fearful, right? It scared me, man. I started screaming like a little girl, man. Like at school, bro. I'm screaming in the middle of the street, right? And eventually, she opens the door. She flings the door open. Like it was like San Andreas. She flings the door open. And I'm talking about runs a 4.40 and comes out into the middle of the street, right? Face to face. So fast. A 4.40. Like 3 steps she was there, right? But I'm still screaming in this moment. So a neighbor comes out. A neighbor comes out the house. She's like, oh, what's going on? And I was like, man, this such and such trying to kill me. I ain't gonna say what I said, but I was like, this B word trying to kill me, man. So I said in the dream. So, and she like, so that the sister that I was with, she gets, oh, he tripping. There wasn't none of that going on. They started, kind of talking amongst one another, and she's like, all right, well, she was about to go back in the house. And I'm like, hell no, don't leave me out here with this demon. Right? So I'm starting to cleave on to the other sister, like, hey, begging her, like, hey, man, don't let this get a hold of you. And then I end up waking up. Right? I say all that to say, hey, it was a lesson to be learned in this dream, though. Right? It was some word that I was falling short, hey, that I really didn't realize until this happened. So this had to happen for me to understand this, to improve and to move better. Good.
I said that spirit that you was cleaving to was wisdom.
Right.
Because you was running from a demon.
Yeah. Hey, cleaving unto the Lord, man. Right? Just grabbing on the hem of it, right? Bring that on to Genesis. Because it's a similar account that happened.
Book of Genesis chapter 39 and verse 7. And it came to pass, after these things, that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph. And she said, lie with me. But he refused.
And that's what she was doing. Just trying to get you to lie with her, man. Right? And I refused. Hey, get up off me. Right, read?
And said unto his master's wife, behold, my master wanted not what is with me in his house, and he hath committed all that he had to my hand. There is none greater in this house than I, neither hath he kept back anything from me but thee,
right?
Because thou art his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness?
How then what?
How can I do this great wickedness?
It's great wickedness, man. Even in a dream, it's wicked, man. Right? Good.
And sinned against Yahweh.
And do what?
And sinned against Yahweh.
Right.
And it came to pass, as she spake to Joseph day by day, that he hearkened not unto her,
right,
to lie by her or to be with her.
Damn,
no, he said day by day.
Day by day.
Every day.
Yeah, enticing you every day, man. Whispering in your ear, telling you a smooth things that you
whole car
hear.
ride, man.
Yeah, the whole car ride, man.
Right.
Minute by minute,
But
hour by hour.
No music.
No, wasn't no music playing at all. Just seducing words, man, trying to rub you back. All right, go ahead.
So, and it came to pass about this time that Joseph went into the house to do his business.
And then we go into the house, man. After the seducing car ride, you go into the house and you lying to yourself. You know what you want to do. You lying to yourself, deceiving yourself. Right, Reed?
And there was none of the men of the house there within.
Ain't nobody in the house, man. You end up in the bedroom watching the damn movie. Right, Reed?
Say, and she called him by his garment.
And she did what?
And she called him by his garment.
Saying what?
Saying, lie with me.
And she says, lie with me, man. Right? She grabs up on you. She pushes up on you. Right? Go ahead.
and he left his garment in her hand.
Hey, and he fled, man. He got the hell up out of there. Right? Hey, no matter if he left his clothes behind, man, he was getting up out of there. Some brothers use an excuse, well, I didn't have my shirt, I left my shoes. And then you gotta get the hell up out of there.
No, I just bought those Jordan 6s.
It's a hell of a Jordan, man. Right, keep going.
He said he left his garment in her hand and fled and got him out.
And you gotta get the hell up out of there. Right, bring it down to Sirach 21
The
too.
book of Sirach, chapter 21, and verse number 2. Flee from sin as from the face of a serpent.
And you gotta flee from sin as the face of a serpent. You're not gonna tarry around it. Right? You're not gonna tarry around a copperhead, man. Right? What's some other snakes?
Damn cobra.
They're a cobra, man. Everybody know about a cobra. You're not gonna tarry around while a cobra is just slithering. Like anaconda.
Yeah.
Anaconda's just slithering up to
A
you.
rattlesnake.
This huge, and anacondas grow huge, man.
They eat
Yeah,
you.
man.
The rattlesnake, they be making that noise.
Yeah,
Like,
with
I'm
the
not-
tail.
I'm
You
not-
heard that?
I'm
Hey,
not-
what you gonna do? You gonna run, man. You gonna flee from the face of sin, man. Keep going.
Says, flee from sin as from the face of a serpent.
Uh-huh.
For if thou comest too near it, it will bite thee.
It will what?
It will bite thee.
Uh-huh.
The teeth thereof are as the teeth of a lion,
Hey,
slaying the souls of men.
and it's gonna slay your soul, man. Right, so something that I had to meditate on was this. Give me Proverbs chapter 7 verse 25. This was something I had to realize that I needed to stop doing, or else, hey, that was gonna happen to me, man. These teeth was gonna get sunken into me, and I was gonna go down a path, hey, that there is no return from, man. Right, because this path has made many kings to err, many men to fall, right, and to be simped thereby. Right, read that.
Book of Proverbs chapter 7 and verse 26. For she had cast down many wounded, yea, many strong men have been slain by her. Also like in verse 25. Let not thine heart decline to her ways, go not astray in her paths.
Is that what I wanted?
Proverbs 7.
Yeah, I think it's. Let me see. Let me see.
Want to go up a little bit, like around 20, 21? So with her first speech.
Nah, that ain't what I wanted. Salakia.
No, that's
Say look.
Oh, that's 30.
You can start with, you can go to 7 and 12 though. Let me read that.
Good.
Let me start at 13. The book of Proverbs 7 and 13. So she caught him and kissed him with an impudent face and said unto him, I have peace offerings with me. This day have I paid my vows.
Right.
Therefore I came to meet thee diligently to seek thy face.
To do what?
To seek thy face.
And these spirits know you. And they come out and they seek after you. Right? Good.
Especially when you come into the truth.
And chiefly, that's Sirach 2 and 1. On down, man. All right, go ahead.
And I have found thee. I decked my bed with coverings of tapestry and carved works and fine linen of Egypt.
Right.
I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon.
Hey, now they coming unto you smelling all good, man. Right? Everything that you would desire out of a woman, hey, a woman has pheromones that she releases when she's around men.
Yeah.
Right? That really entices you. So hey, men and women are not, there's no such thing as male and female friends, man. Right? It's not a thing. Right? Because the anatomy of a male and a female is to be together, man. Right? Keep going.
Yeah. It says, come, let us take our fill of love into the morning.
Let us do what?
Let us take our fill of love into the morning.
Uh-huh.
Let us solace ourselves with loves. For the good man is not home. He is gone on a long journey.
Man, that's what a lot of people tell themselves, man. Hey, but the Lord is on a long journey. He's not gonna come back to see these things. Right? It's Proverbs 6 and 25.
This morning too.
Oh, 6 and 25.
He have taken a bag of money with him and will come home at the day appointed.
Uh-huh.
With her much fair speech.
With what?
With her much fair speech.
All the enticing words that she's gonna tell you, man. She has much fair speech. She'll say everything she like to hear. How she gonna rub your back? How she gonna cook for you? And all the things that she gonna do in the bed chamber to you, man. Right? And brothers get seduced by that. All the things that your most wicked desires.
She might tell you, I had a vision in a dream that you was my idol one.
Right.
It's madness.
Right. And she was my, and God forbid, man, the things that proceed after that. right? And everything just started getting hot, man.
Yeah.
Right? You going?
With her much fair speech,
Huh?
she caused him to yield.
She what?
She caused him to
And now
yield.
you yielding and giving your strength over the women. That's Proverbs 31:3. Right, go ahead.
With the flattering of her lips, she forced him.
She what?
She forced him.
Bro, just getting forced out here. You're getting hemmed up against the wall, man. You're getting tossed on the dryer. Right? And the roles are reversed, man.
Crazy.
Hey, getting hemmed, your head get between the damn washer and dryers, man. Right, go ahead. You have something?
I was gonna say, grab you by your collar. Collar, you gotta leave out.
Shit all wrinkled up, yeah.
Wrinkled up.
That's it.
Right?
I got a precept.
Yeah.
Sirach 42 and verse 12. Behold, not everybody's beauty, and sit not in the midst of women. For from garments cometh a moth, and from women wickedness.
And from what?
And from women wickedness.
And that's why you're not supposed to dwell around these women, man. Right, go ahead.
Said, better is the churlishness of a man than a courteous woman. A woman, I say, which bringeth shame and reproach.
Hey, these women will bring you to shame and reproach, man. Right? And they'll make you a laughing stock. Right? Huh? Go on, let's bring that last precept up real quick.
Book of Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 25. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids.
Right, so you can't keep beholding the beauty of women all the time, man. That's all you're looking at is women all day. Right? And it may not necessarily have to even be in a lustful way, but you just always gazing upon them. Right? And chiefly from this dream, this is the takeaway that I had to have, man. Going to the gym. Right? And how women dress nowadays, they're naked in there, man. Right? So even if you're just looking upon them and gazing upon them, I realized that, hey, the Lord was correcting me through that. I need to look away. I need to avert my gaze and stop, staring at, the horrors of the world, man. Right? Hey, and when I got past this, these dreams stopped happening. The brother had to give me wise counsel. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm not looking at lewd videos. I'm not out here doing anything of that nature. Right? No pornography, no masturbation, anything like that. But I was wondering why these things kept happening. And I had to call the brother. And ask him what this means. He gave me wise counsel and said, what are you doing on a daily basis? You know, I couldn't think of anything. He was like, what are you looking at? And I'm like, well, I ain't got social media. You know, at the time I ain't had social media, so I'm like, I don't know. And I had to really sit down and examine myself and think like, well, the only place I be is the gym. Right? And that's where I was going off at. You know, so that's why, again, we also had to tell these things, right? You had to get counsel on even dreams that you had, man. Right? So before every enterprise and every action, get counsel. Right? But I yield with that.
I got a quick precept real quick. Man, you got it.
He didn't recognize the whole kind of. One more rib. You gotta have one more.
One more death, man.
What's going on?
Book of Romans chapter 7 and verse 7. What shall we say then? Is the law sin? Yahweh forbid. Nay, I had not known
He
sin.
said what?
I had not known sin, but by the law.
Hey, we didn't know sin, man. We didn't know what was against the Most High, right? What made us an enemy and an adversary to the Most High, but by the law. Well, so once we learned the law, we understood what displeased the Most High, right? What the Most High hated, right? We know.
For I had not known
He
lust.
said what?
For I had not known lust.
Didn't know. When we heard the word lust, we didn't truly know what lust was, what refraining ourselves was, right? Having power over the flesh, right? Being able to retain the damn flesh, man, right? Having power over that. We didn't know that, right? We was just, hey, lust was having its way, man. We was best friends with lust, right?
So,
I mean, like the brother Narcon said, man, brothers went from, we ain't gonna go into that, man. My brothers is going the hell off, man, right? We didn't know it but by the law, man.
right.
So we all had to be renewed, right? Bring it up,
For I had not known lust, except the law had said, thou shalt not covet.
right? So we had to learn the law, right? To learn like what the Most High wanted us to do, man. Right? And Paul said, I ain't no lust until the law said I shouldn't covet, man. Right? Because now you covering after this man's wife, right? You want to, you know what I'm saying, do things to her in your mind, right? X, Y, and Z, right? Hey, you know what I'm saying, you got to learn the law, man. Right? And the brother got the vision, the dream, right? Where he had to examine himself. Like the brother said, you can get examination through dreams too, right? Something that you're dealing with, Alright, the Most High show you in your dreams, and you gotta check yourself, man.
And that's mercy.
Alright.
That's mercy that the Lord is show you where you're going because you don't see it.
Right.
You don't perceive it. And the Lord is constantly, He waiting on you. And now He got to give you this vision because you couldn't figure it out yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's mercy from the Lord, man.
Yep.
Right? You got any other?
He want that.
Oh nah, calm. I wanted just brother to get a precept for him. Titus chapter 3 and verse number 3. What I'm gonna read. Well, I can read it right here.
Book of God. The book of Titus, chapter 3 and verse 3. It says, "For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving diverse lusts and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful, and hating one another."
Right. So look, you know what I'm saying? Hey, everybody that's I ain't breaking it down or nothing. I'm bringing that out to say like, cause I was in the world, you know. Everybody once was in the world. I was in the world. Like before I came to St. Louis, it's just a testimony. You know what I'm saying? Before I came to St. Louis, I was out there in DC, man, on MLK, on what they call DC on the K, man. Right? You know, out there, you know, selling drugs to my people, you know, robbing, freaking off with multiple women, you know, to the point where it's like, you know, I became homeless out there, you know. I was out there in the streets, man, like just what they call jugging, man. I was out there cranking, selling poison to my people, selling PCP, you know, Molly, weed, you know, really like put that fire up under me. If a brother could get another precept for me, you know, because it kind of remind me another this precept in the book of Jude 1:23, like, you know, because like before I had left, I'm gonna let the brothers read it, and I'm gonna just finish what I was saying.
The book of Jude, chapter 1 and verse 23.
Yeah.
"And others say with fear, pulling them out of the fire, hating even the garment spotted by flesh."
Yeah, and this garment, man, was, hey, you know what I'm saying? I was out there doing wickedness, man. Like before I had moved to St. Louis, right? I had to pull one more caper, man. You know, and doing that, I almost caused my life to be taken and a few other people, where, you know, it was greed, you know. It was greedy. I got to do it one time and try to spin the bin the same night and come back again, you know what I'm saying, at a later time, and he was ready. He was ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, man, it was like the first time it was easy, but the second time was too easy. Like, too easy. To where it's like, we got to the car, right? We pulled up, got to the car, shut the lights off, we sat there for like 20 minutes, right? Sat there for 20 minutes, you know, we was wicked in the world, we started smoking, smoked a blunt, or whatever the case may be, you know, we took some Molly, you know what I'm saying, and we booted up, man, and we got ready, you know, so we hopped out the car, go to the car again, you know what I'm saying, the car door, you know what I'm saying, it was still left the same way. You know, there was more money in the car. I thought we took it all the first time, but somehow it was more money in the car this time. So he get the money out the car. As we about to ride off, the damn dude with, not just him, it was like a lot of dudes, like probably like 10 dudes. You know what I'm saying? They pulled up right in front, like when you pull up in this house, when you pull up in like, it was like in like one of those townhouse joints. So when you pull up, right inside the townhouse section he stayed at, it's like you come in and then you park in the joint. When we was about to pull out, they pulled up in front the daggone entrance, blocking the entranceway, right? Blocking the entranceway. Then my homeboy that was in the world, he had this Volvo. His car was shot. Like, he used to have to get out the car, pop the hood, and then hit the alternator with a stick just to start the joint up. Like, he had to hit that joint, bing, bing, bing. So this time when he pulled up, the car shuts off, the entranceway blocked.
That's crazy.
I'm the only one with a gun. And I was like, bro, like, one of my homeboys didn't take no time. He just hopped out and ran. He just hopped out and straight ran. And then my other homeboy, he talked about, so I'm not leaving my car. I'm like, and me just being that loyal friend in the world, I'm not gonna just let him just die here. And I got a gun and he don't. So I'm like, man, it is what it is. And then the Molly kicked in, I just started saying anything. I just started saying anything. I ain't gonna get too in detail in depth with what I said, but I was on that. And I ain't care about dying at that time, cause like I was in a time where, you know what I'm saying, in the world where I was very depressed. So it was like I get depressed and I go do wild shit. I go do wild stuff because I feel like nobody cared. I feel like nobody cared about me. You know, my mom ain't care what I was doing. She knew what I was doing, but she never consoled me, never rebuked or corrected me on what I was doing. The men in the world that I looked up to, they encouraged me. You know what I'm saying? And then like, there's nobody else to blame when it's time to go get locked up. You know what I'm saying? This is after, I'm talking about this is time after I had got sent to prison. I went back, I came back out of prison. You know what I'm saying? They say prison's supposed to refine you and make you better. It only make you a better criminal. That's the only thing it do. Before I went in robbing, you know what I'm saying? I came out selling drugs and robbing. You know, met people in there that made me want to get more in depth into the streets. And that time, when the dudes got out the car, after I was saying what I was saying, they hopped out with big guns. And they lined up and they was about to start going crazy. So I yanked buddy out the car like, they got that fat shit on. Let's come in. And I grabbed him like, nah, bro. Trying to hold on to his car. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, come on. I yanked him. You know what I'm saying? I yanked him. Kind of like made his pants fall down type stuff. I yanked him. Ripped his shirt. Next thing you know, as soon as he started running, they start hitting. I hear we running. Hitting cars, hit cars and bullets whizzing past my head. You know what I'm saying? My homeboy, he ended up getting shot, like grave, but you know what I'm saying? We got out of there. You know, right after that, when I got back to the homeless shelter, I was asleep. You know what I'm saying? I was asleep in the homeless shelter. I was laying on the bottom bunk. You know, I'm having a dream, right? In my dream, you know, it's raining in my dream, right? It's raining, like, and I see myself going, like, it is dark and gloomy, but it's in my dream, it's just real raining. I'm kind of soaked in my dream. But, you know what I'm saying, at the end of it's like a road that I was walking on. At the end of the road, it was like this big daggone, like, this, like, you know, like them little street lights. You know what I'm saying? And I was walking towards the street light. You know what I'm saying? There's something happening there, and I woke up, and the damn junkie that was sleeping on top of me was pissing in me. You know, and so I was like, man, I called my dad. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't talked to my father in a minute. But you know, it was wild, bro. I was, you know, he started peeing in the bed, man. But it's lucky. But you know what I'm saying? So that's maybe that could explain the reason why it was raining. But he was peeing though. You know what I'm saying? But I woke up in the dream though, from that dream in my in the shelter, and I called my father and was like, man, look, I need to get up out of here, man. And then I ended up leaving. My father was like, so you could come on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna pay your way down here. So I had money from the moves I hit, from the drugs I done sold, gathered up all my money. You know what I'm saying? Sold some of my clothes, sold my game system that I had. This shit, sold the rest of the drugs that I had, bought a ticket, and I went to Georgia. Ended up meeting my wife in Atlanta. You know, and didn't know I was gonna be with her. You know what I'm saying? Later on. And then I ended up moving to St. Louis. And then when I came to St. Louis, her brother-in-law and her sister, her actual blood sister, you know what I'm saying? I got a brother, I'm gonna tell you, say they was kind of like in this thing, but kind of like not. But he was getting on my head about that. I was under that damn Muslim stuff, man. I had the kufi on my head, I had the kufi on my head, had the prayer rug, had the Quran. You know what I'm saying? And I was in that doctrine. He kind of like got on my head every day. Yeah, so what you praying? You praying to that Kabbalah? Praying to that Kabbalah? Yeah, you know you Israelite, right? You know Muhammad, a white man. You know he was a rapist too. He used to get on my head, and I seen at the train station it was a dude. He had on a damn dashiki with fringes, man. Dashiki, I didn't know what the hell though. I didn't know what the fringes was. I didn't know what he was on. I thought he was a Muslim. I tried to say Salam Alaikum to him. You know what I'm saying? And he kept walking. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But nevertheless, like, them people planted the seed on me about this truth. And next thing you know, hey, I started reading. There was a lot that happened. You know what I'm saying? Just for the sake of time, there's a lot of things that happened before I came into this truth. Like, I got broke down real low. Me and my wife, you know what I'm saying? Now we was at a real bad time where, I started to go seek out a psychiatrist, try to take pills. They tried to prescribe me with a shot that made me stay in a damn doctor's office for like 21 days. I was like, yeah, nah. I just started, then I had opened up the Bible, just started reading that joint. And then he sent me a video called Hidden Enemies by the dude named Kanak. And next thing you know, it was up from there. I was watching for Israel. You know what I'm saying? Then I ended up getting fringes. And then next thing you know, if you speed up, Naquan hit me up on Google. You know what I'm saying? I was out DC from turning myself in. I came out that Shabbat and been with the brothers ever since, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but I brought that out to say, like, hey, we all was in the world at one point in time, man. We all did wickedness, right? We all was ignorant. You know what I'm saying? We was all in malice and envious, and we need this, like, hey, we need Yahweh Shah, man. We all need Yahweh Shah. Because we all deserve to be dead. You know what I'm saying? I could have died that night. But it was on the mercy of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That, hey, that took me through all that to bring me here today. But brothers got it.
I got you. Make it quick. Lamentations 3 and 22.
Get that. That's crazy.
See that?
I had one quick dream, real quick. It's gonna be quick. I'm gonna make it real quick. It's a dream. Kind of a Jacob's trouble dream a little bit, but I woke. The dream started, and it was being a brother. We was working at somebody's house in the front yard. It was like some big houses, like mansions. We was kind of working, right? I don't know what we were doing, like cutting the grass or like getting the lawn together, and we kind of heard them talking amongst each other. They kind of had like a gathering in there. It was like a bunch of Edomites. They was talking, and then we heard them say, like, we gotta get him. We gotta get him. And me and the brother kind of peeled off, right? We kind of ran down the block, right? We was running, right? And one of the brothers, he kind of got tired, man. He couldn't endure. He couldn't keep running. So he kind of put his head down. I was like, man, I can't go, man. I can't keep going. So we stopped, right? And I was talking to him, and people was coming, so I had to book him, man. Right? They kind of jammed the brother up, right? And I ran and I ducked off in his backyard, and somehow I got on top of, like, can't even explain how the crib was set up. It was big cribs, man. Like, he was in the county somewhere, and I was on top of that mug, and they was looking for me, and I was literally right. I don't know how they couldn't see me, but so you got the Edomites came and it was looking for me. It came to the exact house I was at, and I just woke up because they was looking for me. Then it was over. Like that was crazy though. It was like, hey, these things are coming on the earth, man. Where they gonna be trying to come and get us, man? Right? And I perceived that us being in that field was like us being slaves, man. Us working for the other nation, right? The so-called white man that they cracked down, right? But I just wanted to end it like that, real quick.
Book of Lamentations, chapter 3, and verse number 22. It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed.
No, it's of our own.
It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed.
Hey, man's goings are truly of the Lord, man. They kind of heard, brothers' backstories. Kind of heard some of the things that really got us into this movement. Things that help us progress in this movement. Keep going.
Because his compassion failed not,
I said, his compassion failed not. So it's the Lord's mercy that we didn't get killed. Brothers was in plenty of situations where they could have lost their life. Said Brother Yaakov had to lose his leg. Said Brother Gedaliah had to lose his home and everything that he had going on, in a totally different state. Said everybody had to cut off something to be able to come into this truth, man. And these are things of the Lord. That's why he works through us, man, to get us kind of to that next step. We never understand, what's going to happen to us. Give me Sirach 18 and 22. No, 20, slightly.
The book of Sirach, chapter 18 and verse number 20. Before judgment.
Before what?
Before judgment.
Hey, before the Lord actually judges you, before he put that hammer down on you, let you know that, hey man, this is it. What?
Examine thyself.
Do what?
Examine thyself.
Right?
And in the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy.
Hey, and Lord willing, in that day we find mercy, man. So I like to say it all the time. We store our treasures in heaven, man, because we don't want that. We don't want our evil deeds to outweigh our good deeds on Judgment Day, man.
Right.
Brothers got it.
Brother, give me book of Job, chapter 33 and verse 14.
Book of Job, chapter 33 and verse number 14. For Yahweh speaketh once, yea twice, yet man perceiveth it not.
Keep on.
In a dream.
In a what?
In a dream.
Read.
In a vision of the night. When deep sleep falleth upon men. In slumberings upon the bed.
Read.
Then he openeth the ears of men. Then he openeth the ears of men.
So the Lord open our ears in these dreams sometimes. Read.
And sealeth their instruction.
And let you know the way to go. Read.
Said that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man.
Right. And to keep us from this great iniquity, man. So, hey, we have to hearken unto these things because the Lord speak, yea, once, yea, twice, a man perceiveth not. Right.
Give me the book of Colossians, chapter 2, and verse number 12. Right, so all praise to the Most High, man. Hey, without being the truth, man. All praise, right? So everybody got a past. Everybody went through things, right? Everybody had things they was dealing with, right? They had to forsake, right? They fully came into this truth. All praise to the Most High. And if you're not fully in this truth, you're still getting in there. Lord willing, you can use brothers' testimonies and see that, hey, we all been there before, man. Right? You can reach out, right? Brothers can help you, right? Sisters can help you, right? With certain things that you're dealing with, you can fully wholeheartedly come back to the Most High. Bring it up.
Colossians chapter 2 and verse 12. Buried with him in baptism, wherein also ye are risen with him through the faith of the operation of Yahweh, who hath raised him from the dead. And you being dead in your sins.
Those we in the world.
And you being dead in your
We
sins.
was all dead in our sins, man. Right? We was all going to hell off. We all went off, man. Right? And we was dead, man. We was wandering out of the way of understanding, living in the congregation of the dead. And we called death our friend, man.
Right.
Like the brother said, he at that moment, he didn't give a damn about dying, man. Right? The whole time, hey, you know what I'm saying? You was going to die a sinner, man. Right? Die unrepentant. Right? You know?
And the uncircumcision of your flesh had thee quickened together with
Both
him.
sides made us alive, man, with him, man. Right? We are now quickened, right, through this truth, you know?
Having forgiven you all trespasses.
Right? And the Most High forgave us of all of the things that we used to do in the world, man. Right? All of the wickedness that we used to do, us being ignorant of the truth, and the Most High forgave us, you know?
Blotting out the handwriting of ordinances that was against us, which was contrary to us, and took it out of the way, nailing it to his cross.
So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying, right? You know what I'm saying? You got some testimonies, Lord willing, I put them in the chat, or dreams, or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? And hey, Lord willing, we can do another one, right? In the future, right? In the far future, right? You know, somebody to do a live on one of these days, but people can come on, man, right? And kind of get people to come get in this thing, man, kind of get testimonies and dreams. That'll be mighty, man, through the Spirit.
That's right.
All right, but Lord willing, is edifying, Lord willing, the rest of y'all Sabbath go smooth through the Spirit, right? Lord willing, y'all continue to endure, right? Fight the good fight of faith. So with that, quote me a show.
Quote me a show.
So long.
Shalom.